everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is 7 rounds for time. It's called Sevens Are Up because it's 7 rounds, 7 movements, and 7 reps of each of those movements. So we're going to go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. Okay, so our first movement is going to be our box jump. So we're going to sit up in front of the box, facing it. We're going to jump fully, completely on top of the box, landing with our feet fully on the box, no hanging off in this quarter squat position. And then we're going to stand up at the top. We can step down or we can jump down. What we don't want to do, again, is land with our feet hanging off the box, or we don't want to jump in this like full squat position. That's really hard on your knees and hips. So try to avoid that. Really try to get as high as you can up on the box and then stand all the way up. Modifications would be step ups. So you're going to put your foot fully on the box and you're going to use this leg to step up until it's straight, and then you can put the other one on and just switch back and forth. You can also set up different things to jump on at a height that you feel comfortable with. You can higher the box, lower the box. If you have bumper plates, you can stack them up and jump up on them on a height that you feel comfortable. You can also do just air squats instead, just keeping that chest up. Your knees are coming out. You want to come down to at least parallel if you can. You can also do it on a bench as well, but just try not to sit all the way back. You just want to get your butt down and up. If you need that break and you sit down, make sure you're using your legs to stand up and you're not rocking forward or pushing onto your legs. You want to stand up using those legs. The next movement is going to be our push-up. So we want our hand to be directly underneath our shoulder. We want to be in a nice plank position so my butt's not sticking up, it's not sagging down, it's nice and straight. We're going to come down evenly, trying to get that chest down to the ground. Modification, the modified sit-up, push-up would be on your knees. And again, make sure your butt is not back or sagging too much. You just want to come down in a nice, easy way. You can also use a bench for this. The next movement is going to be our deadlift. So we're going to start with the bar. We want to set up. The bar should be touching our legs at all time. We want to make sure our chest is always upright. So our chest should be facing forward. It should never be facing down towards the ground. And when we come up, we want to lift. We want to bring the barbell in and touch the whole time, keeping that chest up, looking forward. So we're going to set our hands about thumb width away from the smooth part. We want to do a mixed grip. So one palm facing in, one palm facing out. This just gives us a nice grip on the barbell. We want to come down. And what we want to do when we come down to meet the bar, we want to pull our knees back so we create this straight line right here with our shins so that we don't have to worry about bringing the barbell around our legs. So just come down, pull that back, and then it's a nice straight line upward. So right, and then sideways here, pulling my knees back, my butt is above my knee, and I'm having my chest upward, and I'm standing straight up. What we don't want to do when we get to the top, we want to make sure that we lock our hips out. We don't want to lean back at the top. That's going to create this pressure down in that lower back. And that's where you see people start to get hurt in deadlifts. So make sure when you stand up, you stand straight up. Everything's locked in place and we're not leaning any way. We're just standing up nice and straight. Modifications, you can use a kettlebell. So you can just come standing straight up. Make sure you touch the ground. A dumbbell, same thing. Or you can use a band. Try different resistance. So you can do this one of two ways. You can do a double band. So you're going to come in, pull this together, and you're just going to stand up at the top. Or you can do one band. And again, try to use different resistance. Try to make it a little bit harder. It is only 7 reps at a time. So you want to challenge yourself to a point. Okay, next movement is going to be our V-ups. So we're going to come down on the ground and we're going to lift our legs and our whole back is coming off the ground. Only thing at the top touching is our butt. Modifications to the knees. Again, lifting that back off the ground. You can do alternating as well. You can also do leg lifts, keeping the shoulders off the ground, never touching the heels to the ground, and not going up too high so that you're rocking back and forth, really squeezing that core together. The next movement is the lovely burpee. So we're going to come down into that push-up position again. So we're going to come down, kick out in this plank position, touch our chest to the ground, come back. We want to jump our feet as far up possible towards our hands and finish with a nice jump at the top. So fast. That's what it looks like. You can do a half burpee where you skip the push-up and you just jump all the way up. You can use a bench and jump out with or without the push-up. The next one is our slam ball. So we want to set the slam ball just slightly forward of our toes, right in the middle. We're going to grab it on either side. We're going to come down in this nice squat position, keeping our chest upward. Our knees are coming out. Our toes are slightly pointed outward. We're going to grab this and push it all the way overhead. And once our arms are straight overhead, we're going to bring our arms back down and we're going to slam it and try to catch it on the bounce. So, things that I don't want you to do with this, if you can't catch it on the bounce because you're all over the place, that's fine. Take it one at a time, but don't throw the ball from up here. So I don't want you to lean forward and throw the ball. I want you to come down with the ball. When we hinge here, we're starting to take this weight now, and only the thing that's supporting is our shoulders, and our back is starting to pull. So we want to make sure we keep the ball close and down. And I don't want you to bend over like this and pick the ball up. I want you to squat down, pick the ball up, and put it overhead. It should be a full body movement. You can use a band, and you touch the ground, come up, come down, reaching overhead. Now again, depending on the resistance, you may or may not be able to stretch it that far. You can also do one, you can switch each round doing one leg. So you come down into that squat, come up and push overhead. You can also use a dumbbell, come down, push overhead. So those are the slam balls. The next is going to be our kettlebell high pull. So let me get rid of this. So the big thing with the kettlebell high pulls, again, we're coming down and keeping our chest up. Same kind of movement that we did with the deadlift, except now we're going to pull the weight above our waist here. And we're going to do that by bringing our elbows high and up. So high and up. The kettlebell should stay nice and close to your body. Again, it should be right in between your legs here. Come down, high and up, squeezing your butt at the top, using your legs to press upward. Push those feet into the ground. You can use a band as well for this. So you're going to come down, pull up, just grabbing that band in the middle and using those high elbows to get yourself upward. So that is the 7 movements for this workout. Again, it's for time, so mark down your time, weights, movements. Revisit, try a heavier weight, a harder movement, and the next time, see how you progress. Don't forget to visit us at www.macromachinecoaching.com to sign up for a nice nutrition program. And we'll see you next time.